Hello, friends. Greetings. A very warm welcome to all of you. I hope you are doing very well. Today's story is a bit unusual and strange, and such stories are rarely heard. This is the story of a railway station where, for a total of 60 days, no train stopped. Although many trains passed by this station during this period, because it was a main railway line connecting Kolkata and Jharkhand. As soon as this railway station would come into sight, instead of stopping, the speed of the trains would increase. And the reason for all this was very strange, and that reason was a girl. The station, which was built for the convenience of people, was turned into a ghost station by one girl. This story is from West Bengal, about 250 kilometers from the capital city of Kolkata, in the Purulia district, which is famous in itself. But today's story is about a village in the same Purulia district called Begunkodar, which is approximately 35 to 40 kilometers away from the city. This incident dates back to around 1968. During that time, there was no railway station in Begunkodar. There was a railway line, but the station was quite far away. People had to travel 25 to 30 kilometers to catch a train, or they had to go to Purulia to catch a train. This caused a lot of inconvenience to the people living around Begunkodar Village. They started demanding a railway station near their village. Gradually, the demand reached the higher authorities, and it was decided to build a station in that village. After that, the work started, and by 1962, the station was ready. A small station was built, although it didn't have an elevated platform, but it was decent enough according to the village's needs. It had a ticket counter, a waiting hall, and a quarter for the station master. Since it was not a very big village, there was no need for a big station. After that, the railway station was inaugurated in 1962. The problem of the villagers around Begunkodar station was resolved. People started coming to the station, trains stopped, some people boarded, some alighted, and everything was running smoothly. But this lasted only for the next 5 years. In 1968, a station master named Mohan was posted there, and he used to live in the government quarters of the station. One evening, he suddenly saw a girl running alongside a train. He ignored it, thinking she might be trying to catch the train. The next evening, he saw the same girl running alongside the train again. He found it strange because she was running but not boarding the train. He ignored it again, thinking she might just be playing around. However, the next evening, he saw the girl again, but this time he was shocked because she was running so fast that she overtook the train. The next day, he shared this incident with all the station employees, but they said it must be his imagination. The following morning, he spent the entire day searching for the girl at the station, but did not find her. However, as soon as it got dark and the train approached the outer signal, he saw the girl again. This time, she was running ahead of the train on the tracks, with the train following her. Station Master Mohan became very scared and shared the incident with people again, but no one believed him. Then, he fell ill and died a few days later. This story started spreading among the people, but everything continued as usual. Another station master came, and he also reported the same thing. He said that the girl only appeared when a train arrived. She would suddenly start running alongside the train. Sometimes she ran next to the train, sometimes on the tracks ahead of the engine. Since he had heard the story of the previous station master Mohan, he left the place and did not return, asking for his posting to be done somewhere else. After that, a third station master arrived, and after a few days, he too left the place and returned, saying that he would go anywhere in India, but would not return to Begunkodar Railway Station. When the news spread throughout the station and the entire Begunkodar village that there was a ghost or a girl haunting the station, people gradually stopped coming to the station. One by one, the remaining station employees also left. During the daylight, a few people might still come by, but in the evening, no one dared to go near the station. Many eyewitnesses from the village claimed that they had seen the girl at the station multiple times, running on the tracks ahead of the train, dancing on the tracks and the platform, and some even saw her on a tree near the station. When this news reached the higher authorities and even Kolkata, they tried to find out if someone was really there at the station. However, no one agreed to go and work there. Everyone said they would rather quit their job than work at that station. Consequently, no railway employees were posted there, but trains continued to pass by and stop at the station. Despite this, no one got off or boarded at Begunkodar Station. The villagers, who initially demanded the station for their convenience, started going to other railway stations kilometers away to catch their trains. When the station master, signalman, and ticket collector all disappeared, and the station, built for the villagers, was deserted, the railway authorities were left with no choice but to close the station. It was decided that no trains would stop there anymore, because manpower was needed to signal the trains to stop. But no one was willing to take on that job. Therefore, in 1968, just 5 years after the station was opened, it was closed, and trains stopped halting at Begunkodar Railway Station, which gradually became deserted. Subsequently, the railway authorities officially declared this station as a haunted railway station in their record books because they needed to provide a reason why no one wanted to work there. The reason mentioned included the ghost of a girl running alongside the train, running on the tracks, and dancing. This was not just a rumor, but was officially recorded in the Indian Railways records. 5 years passed, 10 years passed, but the station was not reopened. During this period, several government ministers made statements regarding the station. A local MLA, whose constituency included the station and the surrounding area, himself accepted that there was the presence of a girl's spirit at Begunkodar Railway Station, and that it should remain closed, because many people fell ill after seeing the girl. Even the then Deputy CM of Jharkhand, Sukhbir Mehta, who had a connection with Kodar, recorded that there was a girl's ghost at the station. When the government and its officials accepted this, how could the general public remain unaffected? Over time, the fear of the station grew so much that whenever a train passed by Begunkodar Station, the driver would increase the speed of the train 4 to 5 kilometers before reaching the station to pass it quickly. Before the station approached, all the passengers would close their windows and make sure not to look at the station by mistake. Even those standing at the train doors, as you often see in Indian railways, would move away and close the doors. So let's assume that Begunkodar is a haunted railway station, and that there is a ghost of a girl who runs alongside the train and dances. But now the question arises, who is this girl? If you ask any local person in Begunkodar, you will get the same answer from everyone, that a girl died after being hit by a train, and her spirit has been wandering there ever since. Maybe she had to go somewhere and catch the train, so as soon as a train comes, she starts running with it. While the station lay deserted, when the news reached Kolkata, the travel agencies there began to use this haunted station to their advantage. They added a visit to the haunted station in their travel packages to attract tourists. They would take tourists to Begunkodar Railway Station in the daylight, where the guide would narrate the entire story of the station. Gradually, time passed, and about 35 to 40 years went by. The story eventually reached the media, which reported that there was a haunted railway station where the ghost of a girl was seen, and people even from Kolkata were visiting to see it. The news spread across the country. Following this, a team from Kolkata, along with members of a paranormal society that investigates the presence of ghosts and spirits, decided to spend a night at Begunkodar Railway Station. An 11-member team from Kolkata, equipped with cameras and K2 meters, which detect negative energy, arrived in Begunkodar Village. So then, during the day, they first talked to the villagers, but every person in the village was against their decision. Whoever they talked to would say the same thing. Leave here before evening and don't even think about going to the station in the dark, or you'll be killed. But this team had decided to spend the night at Begunkodar Railway Station. So they reached the station and spent the whole night checking the platform, the tracks, and the tree to see if they could find anything. But night turned into morning without capturing anything on their cameras or detecting any negative energy on their K2 meters. For the first time since 1967, someone spent the entire night at this station. Afterward, the team submitted their report, clearly stating that there were no ghosts or spirits at the station. This news then reached the people through the media. As 35-40 years passed, people's perspectives began to change. A local MLA from Begunkodar wrote a letter to the railway ministry, suggesting reopening the station. Mamata Banerjee, who was the railway minister at that time and is now the chief minister of West Bengal, took the initiative since it concerned her state. Following her orders, new staff was posted there. The station was cleaned, a timetable was created, and for the first time in 42 years, in September 2009, around 11 a.m., the Hatia-Kharagpur passenger train stopped at the station. Some people got off, some boarded, and gradually more people started to come, and everything started functioning normally. However, even today, trains only stop there during daylight hours. No trains stop after 5 p.m., and the people of Begunkodar avoid the station after that time. As soon as it strikes 5 p.m., the railway staff also leaves the station. Even today, after 5 p.m., no one gets off at the station, and no one boards from there. In summary, because of one girl, no train stopped at Begunkodar Railway Station for 42 long years. Whether that girl was a ghost, a rumor, or just fear, no one knows to this day. Many people claim to have seen her, but there was never any concrete evidence of her presence at Begunkodar Station. That's all for today's story. I hope you liked it. If you enjoyed the story, please like it and comment on how you found it. Share it as much as possible, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you don't miss any of my stories. I will meet you in the next story. Until then, take care. Thank you very much.